Hey, I'm Loreal, and today we're going to go over some really cool beauty tricks.
Let's try that again.
Hey, I'm Loreal, and today we're going to go over the BH Cosmetics Naughty Palette. You know, this, guys, came out for Christmas, and it's a beautiful palette, super pigmented. Let me open it up for you. It is super pigmented. These mattes actually shocked me because I just wasn't expecting them to be so pigmented. For instance, like, look how pretty this plum is. I mean, wow. I don't know if you can look how absolutely beautiful that is. And, well, I picked up that hot cocoa that was on there as well, so I'll show it to you. Also, the glitters are really beautiful. Let's see, this chestnut, I'll go ahead and pick this up for you. It's like a beautiful pressed. Here we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. Okay, anyways, so I wanted to show you guys a holiday collection that, of course, has beautiful mattes, beautiful glitters in it, super bright pops of color, things that you would wear typically for the holidays, for New Year's, for Christmas. It's a very vibrant palette, but there's some really pretty shades in it that I think that we can wear for everyday looks. And so my goal here is to use this beautiful holiday palette that has all of these awesome, vibrant, beautiful colors and throw on an everyday eye. It might be a little bit more dramatic than what you're used to. But I think that I will show you a mid-subtle look and then how we can deepen it up at the end. So, right now, what I'm going to do is, I've already primed my face, I have moisturizer on it, and so I'm going to go in and I'm going to start the foundation. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to pull my hair out of the way. It is not done. I have a hair treatment in, so we're not going to do that tonight. Okay, so fresh face. I'm just making sure that my primer set in really well. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with Smashbox Studio Skin. But again, like I said, I don't like to have a lot of makeup on. I can cover the things that I need to cover with concealer. Okay, so next we're gonna do eyebrows because look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're not even. So, a little story. Actually, they don't look that bad right now. But if I go like this, little story, I just recently got Botox. I got 4 spots. I think he did 8 cc's. I'm so wrong about that. 80 cc's. God, I'm wrong about that. He did 4 spots. 8, I think. I think. Anyways, so I just have some passive lines because I move a lot, which I wanted them to be very subtle. But I was getting passive lines here and definitely some ripple effects along each side. And because of that, I just felt like they were setting in a little bit deeper here, and I didn't care for that. So I got Botox for the first time. Loved it. Didn't get that much done. Super natural look. He did tell me the side effect from that could cause a little bit of eye droop. Well, my main issue, besides these passive lines that I have, is that I already have hooded eyes naturally. And it's just something I knew I was going to get in life. The women in my family have them. So I thought that possibly getting this, that it would pull it up. But he did let me know I was wrong about that. I should have done better research. It actually can cause one of your eyes to droop. And so that is the case with this eye. I can't pull this outer corner up, which it's fine because, again, I'm really liking the smooth look along my forehead with the minimal Botox. But because of that, I have to reshape this eyebrow when I draw it on because it only pulls up in the middle and I have no movement. Or, I'm sorry, pulls up in the front. I have no movement in the middle. And so I've kind of lost my arch here. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in my brows for you now. I have been using this. Oh, I love it so much. It is this Big Ego Brow and Root Camo Kit by Tarte. It's going to have a real reflection on it. But it is so pretty, guys. I know that you would think that this shimmer here would deter you, but it's not very shimmery when you put it on. I actually use it. I have a birthmark right here. And I do have gray hair because I'm almost 32. And so I'll just give you real quick. We're not doing this today, but for instance, just where you can see that I'm thinning right here, this little brush and camo kit, oh my goodness. It just kind of fills in that thinness in your hairline. I'm just blending it out because I kind of laid that really heavy on there. Let's see. Okay. Perfect. Let me get right here so you can get a better at what I'm talking about. I'm going to get this out of the way because clearly I don't need this on my skin. Okay, so I was supposed to be doing eyebrows, but clearly I've just led into this. If you can see right here, that was a really thin spot, and I just filled that in. Also right here, got a little crazy, and I'm blend this out. But what I do love about this is that you can use it for your brows, and you can use it for your roots, which is great because your brows are supposed to match your roots. But I just like how even though that I'm getting older and I'm getting some grays, it does give fullness to my hair, and it does make me feel younger because it looks like it's filled in these thinner spots that I'm getting. It's just natural. You get them with age. And so I will go in and I'll use that around my face and I'll kind of fill that in, and it looks really good. Anyways, let's move on. It's awesome for brows. I'm digging it. I usually would put my brow on with some type of pencil. I haven't found something that I absolutely love besides this Amazonian Clay by Tarte. I do love this. The shade's great. It's long lasting. I can probably get anywhere from a day, to be honest, to 2 if I really stretch it with this wear. But I typically would use a pencil with a spoolie at the end. This is taupe. It's a little bit lighter because I've gone darker for the winter, so this doesn't match. I like the control of a pencil. I like how thin it is. This is a really good cheap eye pencil. If you're wanting to get one from a drugstore, this is the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim. And I believe that this, it's just so reflective, is in the color taupe. You can't go wrong if you're a blonde with taupe or soft brown. As you can see, now that I've brushed this brow up right here, it actually kind of carries the same shape as this one, even if I lay this down. And so I'm going for this look on this brow that I struggle with, like I said, from the Botox where I can't raise it. I need it to match this eyebrow over here when it lays flat. Also, don't judge them because I need to tweeze, but big eyebrows are in, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these up, and I'm going to kind of follow that with my Amazonian clay. This line right here, actually, where these hairs stick up, I'm going to actually go a little bit higher. And so hopefully, not hopefully, but it will, when I lay this back down, it'll match the shape of this brow. I just think it's super important to talk about that because I know that as we get older, we all like to get some work done. I think that people are very transparent about getting work done. I think that most of the time people don't talk about maybe the side effects, even if they're minor. Like, this is super minor. I just have to restructure how I do my eyebrow because this eye is a bit different than what I'm used to my entire life. That's a side effect of this. But I knew that going in. And so if you have this issue, if you do have an eye droop, which like I said, I'm having that, you can clearly tell. You just kind of have to restructure the way you do your eyebrow, or I do, and even the way that I do my eye makeup on this eye, which you're going to see in this video. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go in. I really actually love this little brush. Didn't think that I would, but it's pretty precise, actually. See, that looks so much better already. Who am I? A brand new girl. That's all I can say. A brand new girl. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to follow these hairs that I have sticking up, which, I got my papa's eyebrows, that's for sure. Those suckers are long. I mean, guys, if I were to tweeze one of them out, it's a good possibility that half of an eyebrow is missing. They're growing in sparsely now. I don't know. I used to tweeze them. I grew up when, like, thin eyebrows and Christina Aguilera were a big deal. And I waxed them way, way too young in my life. And so they don't really grow back now. Not in the areas that I want them to. They grow back real crazy. Real sparse and crazy. That's okay, though, because thank God thick eyebrows are in, and amazing little tools like this are in as well. Okay, I'm just going to touch this guy up because, ooh, he's looking a little. I'm a firm believer, and I'm sure you've all heard it 1,000 times, cousins not sisters, all the things. I'm not going for a perfect eyebrow look here, guys. I want it to just be natural. I want it to go with my face. I want it to match my roots. And I don't want it to look super drawn on. Man, that's such a big difference. And it's so, as much as you can tell that I have them filled in, it's very subtle for applying such a actual darker shade than my brows. But it's just so natural looking. Like, I'm going to get close. Look how good that goes on. It's kind of incredible. All right, I'm going to just zoom over here to the other eye real quick and get this guy done. Okay, all right. This is my better brow, so I can kind of cruise through him pretty quick. Like I said, I'm filling him in. I'm not making him perfect. All right, I kind of, sort of a little bit have evened them out. Now I feel like they sit much more proportionate. Of course, this one looks a little bit bushier than this one, but that's okay. That's okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Then you do this thing where you fill it in on this one side and it looks a little darker than the other, and then it's just because they're laying on top of each other. And we're going to do the great thing right here. We're going to take a spoolie and we're just going to brush it out a little bit. And I feel like that evens them out. Perfect. Okay, so now that we've got past the eyebrows, it's time to go into the Naughty palette. What you've all been waiting for. Okay, so let's see. I think the first shade that we're going to go into here is going to be this merengue right here. Can you find it? Here we go. This is a really pretty bone colored shade. It'll be a good transition color. I'm going to kind of put it just all over my lid. Even for, I mean, a pressed matte in a bone color, guys. Look at this. It's incredible. It's really incredible. I'm messy with my eyeshadow because I do my concealer last and I like to clean it up with it. So you will see fallout, although there's not a ton of fallout with this palette, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've definitely used other brands that have a ton of fallout. I mean, my entire under eye looks quite insane when I get done with it. I do want to tell you guys a little tip because I'm sure you've seen it 15 different ways. I like to pick up from my pan, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of people will tell you to just tap your excess off, but if you can see, look at that product you're losing. So what I like to do, typically on a table, but I'll do it on my hand, is I just like to tap it in. Tap it in to your brush so you're not losing all that product. You've kind of packed it in, and you can make it last a little bit longer with the brush that you're using. Alright, so I've got this bone everywhere now. Both lids. I might go back in here just a little bit on this guy. And again, if you can see from this lid, you will watch and see that I check myself to make sure that these match because I don't have as much give on this one. So, okay. I feel like I need to, there we go, give myself a little bit more light. Alright, so we went in with that bone color. I think the next color that I want to pop in here with is going to be this Secret Santa. It's very pretty. It's like a mauvey pink. We're going to go in with this. And I'm going to go ahead and just pop it in on the outside first and work it from the outer corner to the inside. This is Secret Santa. It's such a pretty color, really. It's a nice matte. It's a nude. It looks pink in the pan, but it's much more of a nude color. I just want to bring it right here along my crease, and then I'm going to bring it up along that bottom of that brow bone, just to kind of conceal what I've got going on with this hood. I'm going to bring this up. It's going to be a beautiful transition color. The Secret Santa is very pretty. Alright, I've kind of got it all. What do I want to go ahead and add a little bit more? Wow, that's really pretty. Let's pop one over to this other eye right here.
Outside corner and bring it up. So you need to match. I need to go along this brow bone. Ever since the day that you went away, you've been sending flowers, flowers to me, flowers today, instead of sending flowers, come back to me, and hold me in your arms again.
Which is this camel color here. I think it's really pretty. I feel like it's going to be a good transition in because we are going to go in with these warmer colors here that are going to be everyday, like I said. I'll probably stop where I think that this could be a subtle look, maybe your daytime look into work, but after your wear of the day and you're going to go out at night, you have a date, you have a meeting, I don't know, you just want to like spruce up and not have to rework this entire eye, I'm going to just show you how we can do that with just a little depth. Wow, that is, let me close my eye. Look how pretty that shade is, guys, this mule. I know, I'm a sucker for camel color, everything, couches, purse, a good shoe, boot. I am in for the camel color. Oh, that's a good color, guys. It's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm not here to entertain you with my voice, with my singing voice. I'm not here to serenade you, except with makeup. Okay. Again, this is my, I say better eye. Better eye for me, as in it's an easier eye to work. Because I don't have so much of a hood over here as I do in the other, but I really, again, have to check each eye every time I do this to make sure that I have them symmetric. I feel like I need to pop in with a little bit more right here. Okay. Wow. This is looking good. Okay, we're looking really good. So I'm not going to get too crazy. I think that I will throw on a little bit of Yuletide on the outer corners right now. I would say this looks more like a burnt orange color. We're going to see. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, guys. You're really getting like a blind reaction because I'm playing in this palette with some of these colors for the first time. And I can't even deal. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. The amount of product, or I should say the amount of product that I'm putting on my brush is so minute. I mean, I'm literally just dipping it in quickly, tapping it back into the brush, and it goes such a long way and blends so beautifully that I couldn't imagine you going through this palette quickly at all. First off, it's huge. The pans are a great size, and the fact that this is so pigmented is, I mean, like, I just dipped once, one dip. Okay, here we go. Bring this in. I feel like I need to catch myself. Hold on just a second. This color's, that's better. I just really felt like I was losing myself in the light for a second. There we go. Oh my goodness. Look at this color. Give me a break. This is beautiful. Beautiful. It's like creme brulee. So, what I want to do right now is I'm going to just go ahead and take like a fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to soften everything up top here. Just soften it a little. Just a little bit. Okay. Oh, that is just... Oh, I can't. That is just beautiful. All right, so we're going to leave it at this, and we're going to say, I'm not going to leave it at this, but I'm going to throw in some lighter color here. I'm going to pop on some falsies and finish like this eye look out and do the rest of my face. And that would be what I would say could be your everyday. I'm going to put on 3 colors every day or go to work. And then I'm going to show you that deeper shade and give you like a sexier look at the end of it. When we finish it, just something really quick that you can pop on, deepen this look up, and you feel like you're like ready to go out. So what I want to do just right here on this inner corner to mid, I'm going to go in with a, I think I'm going to pop in here with this frosting. It's like a very pinky color, but I'm just going to dip quick, pat in that brush, and bring it in. It's a very soft pink, so it's going to blend out with these shades nice. You don't feel like you're too overwhelmed with a super bright inner lid. I like to throw a really pretty highlight in the inner corner, but for me right now, I feel like this color on my eyes, like, hey, I'm awake, I'm a happy girl, I'm ready to start the day, but I'm not like, bam, blinding you, you know? It's like effortless effort. I look like I've got it all together, and like, I did this banging eye look for you for today, but also like it didn't take me but really, I don't know, 10 minutes to do all of this, and I look like I've got it together. Okay. So, this is what we're working with right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw on a liner. I have lately been really loving, first off, a gel liner, because I just think it's so much easier to work with. And I also use these little brushes on my clients. They're disposable. They're perfect for gel liner. I think that I have better precision with these than I do any of my liquids. Of course, powder on a brush, but you just don't get the pigment that you do with a gel. It's skinny, it's sleek, it follows your eye shape so well. I mean, you can spend $8 and get a 500 piece of these, and I would just type in like disposable eyeliner brushes. You're gonna see in just a second. So a little bit goes a long way. I just do a couple swirls in here, and then there's nothing pretty about this, but here we go. I do like to be very subtle with my liner. I don't like super big winged out, at least not for the look that we're going for right now, which is not a nighttime look. This is a going to work, lunch with your friends. Again, I have myself together, but I'm not trying to look like it took me 15 hours to do so, you know? Okay. Whew, I always gotta do that because I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel like that, but when I put my eyeliner on, I always feel like my eyelashes get super crazy and tangled up, or, I don't know, they're in a tussie or something. I'm like, can you just chill out? All I'm doing is trying to give myself a beautiful open eye, trying to make these tiny eyes big. Just let me give myself the bright eyes, please. Please. Okay, here we go. Whew. That was a real strange squint that I did. Okay, so again, I told you I'm messy with my liner because I'm gonna clean it up with concealer. So I'm gonna go in and just fix that. So, again, with hooded eyes, when you do a wing, this looks extreme when I have it pulled up. But it's not, it just drops back down and it kind of tucks away. That looks really messy. Like I said, I'm going to clean it up with concealer. I'm also going to come in here on my waterline and clean all this up underneath. Just because I feel like that gives it a cleaner look altogether. Alright, I'm going to pop over here and do this other eye real quick.
See, this one's a little bit more difficult, so I'm going to pull up and close. And of course, I'm going to give you a complete open mouth because I have not mastered how to not make a really ridiculous face when I do my eyeliner. Or tear, because it's emotional. Okay. Get it together, lady. This is always my trickiest of eyes. Again, because I'm learning to work with like this whole new Botox. It is new for me. And add a little bit more and darken you up.
Okay. Ooh, 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 that got crazy. That got crazy right there. See that separation? Oh, I'm glad it did that. Perfect to show you. So, because I have a hooded eye right here, naturally, even when I pulled it, I was pulling it out like this. Well, really, I was pulling it like this. And so it skips over. I'm going to get in close. If you can see, it skips over where the hood is. And so that's the difficulty with a hooded eye, is that you really have to recreate what you're doing, rethink about it, and check every little thing, because you will lose your lines, you will lose your makeup. The entire look that you're going for can completely change because of that hood. So it is something that, while it is fixable, it's not the easiest thing I've ever done. I say that that looks good. We're going to take it. That's even enough. I just had to put a little bit on there just to kind of give myself a little something, because we're putting fake eyelashes on because it makes everything better. Falsies make everything better. Literally. Makes your whole eye stand out. It's everything. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some eyelashes on. Okay? And I'm going to speed through this real quick and I'll just be right back. Okay? Hey. Back with lashes. Okay. I didn't put them on camera because it's still kind of difficult to do without being in the mirror. But I do love these eyelashes. I trimmed them just a little bit. I do need to add some mascara because I always like to do that to merge or melt. I like to say merge my real eyelashes and my fake eyelashes together. But these are the Ardell's Naked Lashes, blend seamlessly with Invisiband. You can see right here. Yeah. Can I find you? There we go. I think they're so pretty. They are a little much for every day for some people. I think that they're really pretty. I think that if you're a fake eyelash extension person or you just like to wear strips, these are super natural. They have a lot of bend and give. They're very wispy. I don't know if you can see. They're not sparse. I feel like they really add to your real lash without being too overwhelming. Of course, the mascara is going to kind of bump it up a notch, but again, like I said, I like to really do this to kind of melt. And how I do that, melt or merge my real ones and fake ones together, is kind of like this. I kind of just use it as a guide and put a little bit of tension against this makeup one here and just push them up, and you can tell that literally opens this eye, whereas you're looking at this one, kind of just raises everything. So I'm gonna go ahead in here with this one. I'm gonna pop in and kind of push this all up. Like I said, I don't want to get too crazy with the mascara. Well, I did on that side, so I'm gonna have to on this one to even it out. Okay, here we go. So, we have our lashes on. We have mascara on. Looks great. The only thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this top waterline here and I'm just gonna fill that in because I need that to kind of, and see the smudge that I have going on? I need to bring that down. I just think that it gives the eye a better look. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dip in here with this gel and I'm gonna pop in on this top waterline here. It gives your eyelashes a fuller and thicker look, kind of conceals any mistakes that you may have made when you put on your lashes, which I'm just gonna be honest, putting lashes on my clients or somebody else in general is way easier than yourself. I have really naturally curly eyelashes, and so it's actually hard to get them to lay flat enough to put these guys on. Also because, wow, see, that totally changes that. My eye pops. You can see the color. It fills in what I've got going on here and kind of conceals anything that I may have missed. And it literally just gives your eye a completely different look. I just feel like it kind of pulls the entire eye look together. Get that hair out of the way. Hello. All right, I'm gonna go into this guy and do the same exact thing. Just gonna kind of go in on this upper waterline here. Whew. A little ticklish on the left eye. That's strange. You wouldn't think that you would be tickly on one side and not the other, but this left one is a little bit more ticklish for sure. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pop in and I'm just gonna finish this up really quickly. Whew. Whew. Okay, all right, that looks great. Okay, so we've got our eyes done. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pop in with some concealer real quick. I'm gonna clean everything up. Right now I'm gonna use Shape Tape. I do like Shape Tape. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's a little drying for my skin. I'm just at the age where I'm drying out a little bit more, and so I'm not gonna go in crazy with this. I'm gonna use two different shades. This one I got in an Ipsy, well, excuse me, I got in an Ipsy bag. It is light medium. I think it's a good counteraction to this very fair one that I have. I like to be light under my eyes. I like it to be bright. This fair is very light. So I will just pop in one dab right there. I'm probably gonna just bring this up a little bit. I'm not gonna get too crazy because, like I said, this is gonna be what you would wear every day. I say every day, but this is a daytime look. It's not too much. It's a little color. It's not overwhelming. You're not gonna freak people out walking down the street, even though I wish that you would, because what do other people and their opinions as far as what you look like matter? Let's be real. Okay, I'm going in here and I'm taking this smaller end, like I said, on this It Cosmetics Fluff and Buff brush. I really do love it. It blends so well. I mean, I kind of like to spread it out with this, and then I typically will go in with the Beauty Blender and just really get in there. Okay. I'm gonna clean up this eye. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. I'm going to have to add a little bit more because, like I said, my skin is dry. Again, this is the coverage that you get with Shape Tape is unbeatable. It is absolutely some of the best coverage that you can find. The only thing, like I said, that I have an issue with for me and my skin type is that I'm dry, and it is a drying product. I feel like it does settle in your creases if you're not careful with how you set it. Naturally, we have creases under our eyes as we age, and so anything's gonna set. I just found that with my age, I do not like to bake underneath my eyes. It's not something that I like to do. I can't prevent the foundation from settling before I can set. It's just, it happens in your 30s. I'm going to go back in with this fair shade because I want to kind of just brighten this up just a little bit. I look a little tired. I am a little tired, to be honest. But I want to brighten that up. Just again because it is the daytime look we're going for. And I don't think that anything really makes you look fresher than having a brighter under eye. You look alert, you look awake, you look like you're here for the day. You look like you are showing up and you have something to say. And I did not mean to rhyme that, but naturally that happens. Yeah, this is exactly what I was going for. Just something a little bit lighter under here. Just a little bit. Just, you know, I always do illuminate the inside corner of my eyes, which we will do before we finish up here. I also am not somebody, especially, I guess you'll see, if I were to go really dramatic, which we'll do some more looks like that, I will do some under eye makeup, but that's definitely not something that I particularly like to do for a daytime look, especially because I have smaller eyes. These eyelashes have opened them up. I don't want to close them off. If anything, I would only bring that eyeliner halfway, but I'm not going to get too crazy. Actually, what I think I'm going to do, if I'm going to do anything at all, is I'm going to go in with this taupe color. It's actually a Wet n Wild, and it's a kohl eyeliner, but I really like it. It is called, let's see, Taupe of the Morning. That's cute. Cute little pun. Okay, so I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to take this taupe on my waterline, which is not something I ever do typically. But because this is a light shade, it will open your eye up. I'm not really big on the white, not with this look anyways, because again, we want it to be subtle, but still be like, hey. So that taupe kind of brought out, at least pulled in these colors that I have, these warmer natural tones on the eyelid. And then the only other thing that I would do just for fun is, let me grab this palette. This ring light, y'all, was burning me up. I would bring this, I think I'll bring the Muled, that, okay, excuse pardon, this camel color right here. Pop, just like that. I think I'm gonna, oh yeah, we're gonna put you down here, just ever so lightly. That's so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Okay, I'm gonna dip you in one more time. I'm gonna kind of just run you across. And I'm really giving the dumbest face I could possibly give, but it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy not to give them really dumb faces when I'm putting makeup on. Let's just be real. Okay. So, eyes looking good. Let's contour. I lied. Let's set these under eyes. So what I've been using forever and ever, because it's affordable, it's not cakey, there's literally like no type of reflection off of it is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Sweep. I love you. And by Pro Sweep, I mean we're gonna Pro Sweep. I'm not sitting and baking and doing all of that. I don't have time for it. I don't like how cakey it looks on my face. Like I said, I already have drier skin, so I'm not going for some extreme craziness here. As you can tell, I'm gonna be completely honest. We're gonna get close. These have already set right here a little bit into my creases, and that's okay. I will, just for fun, I'm gonna take that brush again and I'm gonna kind of pat this out just a little bit. And while I do that, I'm gonna keep my eye just raised like so. And I'm gonna sweep this over. Bye-bye. Done on that one. Oops. Brush down, girl, brush down. And then we're gonna sweep. And then I'm gonna pat that product out and kind of quickly. And I'm gonna bring it up here on my T-zones just a little bit and get the excess off because I don't really want to waste whatever was on there. And it doesn't hurt to kind of drag it across those areas. So now I've set the under eye. I'm glowing. I am going to crease naturally. It's not going to settle super thick within those creases because it's a very thin powder. That's what I like about it. I mean, it is very thin. The texture is soft. It's affordable. I think I paid at the time maybe $8.99 for it at Walgreens or something like that. I've tried a ton of different under eye products. I just happen to like this translucent one. Maybe it's just because I'm looking for something to set it quickly, just to hold it, lock it in place. I'm not so concerned with how my makeup's going to fall into my creases because no matter what I've done, it just comes with age. I have creases. Makeup falls into the creases. So what I'm trying to do is to prevent having a lot of makeup fall into those creases. I don't want it to be cakey. I don't want to have thick makeup under there. I do like to blend it out. So on to let's contour. I am going to go in with, this is Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It smells like hot chocolate and it's delicious. It's one of my favorites. I always let my clients smell it and say, do you mind if your face smells like chocolate all day? And they're like, no, I love it actually. All right, so we're going to pop in. Go in here. I should have shown you that before I went ahead and contoured. That was crazy. You could actually literally see how it kind of gave me a little bone structure back. All right, so I'm going in pretty deep here, and I'm going to blend it out as I go. I'll show you this side. I like to get a little bit on the forehead here. And I just have a fluffy brush. I change out my brushes a lot. That's why I kind of don't talk about what brushes I always use unless, like that foundation brush, the It Cosmetics. I do use that brush for my foundation almost all of the time now rather than using a beauty blender. But I kind of change up what I apply my eyeshadows with, my bronzer, my highlighter. I have so many. I change them. I have expensive ones. I have cheap ones. I really just think it's how you apply your makeup. The brushes and all of that do make a huge difference. But if you are mindful of where and how you apply your makeup and your face and your skincare routine, when you start out with a really good canvas, it helps. Okay, what you're seeing me do is attempt to literally buff and bronze this double chin away. Trying to look at that. Okay, so once I do the contour, I kind of just tap back into this and I just kind of just run it completely over everything. And then we're going to go back in with, guys, I can't believe this is almost over. We've like totally gone through this really quickly for the day look. Those lashes though, yo, they're so good. All right, I'm gonna go in with this Milani. It is the rose color. It's another cheap one, but I love it. It has rose gold in it, literally gold flakes, kind of a darker burgundy, and then the rose. You can see this on camera. It's really pretty. It applies well. I don't ever feel like I am wasting product. Also, I've got plenty on the first dab, so. Look at that. So pretty. Get a little highlight on your cheek too, even though I am gonna go in with highlighter. For the sake of how I was raised, I just like to run it up the middle a little. Okay. And let's see. We'll go ahead and pop on some highlighter on the eyes and the nose. And then we're gonna finish off with a nude lip. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a deeper one color. I'm gonna put one extra color on the top lid and underneath. Maybe a little bit of under eye mascara. And I'm gonna show you how this can go from daytime to nighttime. So let's go ahead and do our highlight. This highlight is everything. It's Ofra, the highlighter Blissful. It came in my Ipsy pack maybe a year ago. One of my favorites. It's such a great highlighter. Okay, let me go ahead here. I'm gonna pop this in the inner corner, which just, God, it opens the entire eye. Okay. I go in here. Okay. Probably will, for the sake of it, just run a little on my eyebrow bone. That's insane, that highlight. Alright, I'm gonna tap a little on my nose. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. And then we will finish up. So I am gonna use, for my lip liner, we're gonna do a nude lip. It's Unique Moodstruck. It's a mauve color. It's really pretty. Kind of sloppy with this too, just because I clean it up like I do my eyes. There's no really rhyme or reason. I just like the color, and so I add it in. I'm not really looking for extreme definition in my lips. I just like to build with colors. This is a really good base color to start with. Alright, and then I'll go. Okay. Shoo. And my lips are dry. And I'm gonna go in here with this Ofra. Oh my Rai. Such a pretty color. It's like a mauve color. It is matte. Okay, sorry about that. Go in. This is a mattifying lip gloss, which I do like. It's a pretty color. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to pop in with this Lucrative Moodstruck lip gloss just for a little bit of shine. Right in the middle, just a little. Okay. Okay. Alright, so once we have our lip done, I'm going to go ahead and spray down this Beauty Blender. I'm just going to clean up the edges just a little bit, and then I'm going to set my face. Alright, so then I'm going to use my setting spray right now. I'm using this Rimmel Stay Matte. I actually like it. It's a good drugstore brand. Just sprayed some in my Beauty Blender, and I just like to kind of go in and melt everything in that I just did. highlighter and all. Just kind of set it and press it into my face. And lastly, I'm going to take that highlighter again and I'm going to just pop it over my Cupid's bow, because why not? Alright, well, this is your daytime look. And in 1 minute, we'll switch it over, add one more color, and show you what you can do for nighttime. Alright, so we are going to go in with the color Brick. It's a really pretty plum color. And I'm going to pop it into the outside corner of my eye and then drag a little bit on the underneath side, and that will be what we add to change this daytime look to a nighttime look.
Ever since the day that you went away, you've been sending flowers to me, flowers today, instead of sending flowers, come back to me, and hold me in your arms again.
Okay, then I'm going to take this same brick color, I'm just going to tap it once, and I'm going to bring it in on this under eye here. Just a little bit.
This lower lash line.
Alright, and there's your nighttime look. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and like, and I'm going to post at least once a week to give you guys some different looks. Again, we went from a daytime to a nighttime. Tomorrow, let's talk about restructuring with hooded eyes. That would be really cool. We'll get in depth with that. Again, thumbs up, subscribe, and like.